280 characters ruined my career. Part 1. You ever ruin your whole life in less than a minute? Because I did, with a tweet. I was working as a junior copywriter at a mid-sized ad agency in New York. Think overworked, underpaid, but clinging to the dream like it was the last subway car of the night. I loved what I did, even if most days it felt like I was writing ad copy for toothpaste with no soul. Still, it was mine. The tweet wasn't meant to go viral. Hell, it wasn't even clever. I was venting after a 14-hour day of being talked over, ignored, and watching my ideas get presented by my male coworkers as if they were their own. So I tweeted, "Working in advertising as a young woman is just unpaid ghostwriting for mediocre men in Patagonia vests." It got 5 likes, then 50, then 5,000, and then it exploded. By the time I got to work the next morning, HR was waiting. I was asked to discuss the matter privately. An hour later, I was unemployed. Apparently clients were calling. My boss said I'd compromised the reputation of the agency. No one cared that it was true. I figured I'd bounce back, but every interview I landed ended with a smile, a handshake, and then silence. Word had gotten around. Blacklisted, someone told me anonymously. Too risky to hire. I spiraled. Tried freelancing, took on odd jobs, moved back into my tiny childhood bedroom in Jersey. Watched my student loans pile up while my dignity shrank. The worst part? The silence from people I thought were friends, especially Jordan. We'd started as coworkers, graduated to friends, then something messier. Late-night texts, drinks that turned into kisses. He was quiet, thoughtful, the kind of guy who made you feel seen. I thought maybe, just maybe, he was on my side. But after the tweet, he ghosted. Completely. No explanation. So yeah, one tweet, 280 characters. And I lost my job, my reputation, and the guy I maybe sort of loved. But the thing about rock bottom, it gives you something solid to push off from, and I wasn't done yet. 280 characters ruined my career. Part 2. It had been 3 months since the tweet. I was doing temp work, admin stuff at a company where no one knew my name or cared about my viral infamy. I spent my lunch break scrolling through Twitter like a masochist, watching other people win the opportunities I'd spent years chasing. Then one night, a DM popped up, from Jordan. "I'm sorry, I messed up. Can we talk?" I stared at it for a full 5 minutes before closing the app. I didn't reply. Couldn't. He disappeared when I needed someone most, but the message burrowed into me, a splinter of curiosity I couldn't ignore. He messaged again 2 days later, longer this time. "I was scared. My boss pulled me into a meeting the day after your tweet and basically threatened to fire anyone who defended you." I froze. I was a coward, but I never stopped thinking about you. I'm so sorry. This time I replied. "We met at a cafe near my temp job." He looked nervous. Older somehow. I didn't make it easy. Called him out for the silence, for letting me drown when he could have thrown a rope. He didn't make excuses, just said he regretted it every day. And then he asked if I'd be open to helping him build something new. Turns out he'd quit. Started a boutique creative studio with a friend who had some seed funding. He wanted me to come on board, not as a junior anything, but as a co-creative lead, equal partner. I laughed at first. It sounded too good to be true. But then he showed me the deck, the vision. And he said, "I want your voice. The real one. The one that wrote that tweet." Something shifted in me. Maybe forgiveness. Maybe hope. I said yes. And for the first time in months, I felt like I was standing on solid ground. 280 characters ruined my career. Part 3. We launched the studio 6 months ago. Just the 3 of us, me, Jordan, and Sarah, a brilliant designer with zero patience for industry bullshit. We called it Unfiltered. Clients came slowly at first, most of them indie brands or nonprofits looking for authentic voices. We didn't have glossy offices or a fancy portfolio, but we had grit, honesty, and talent no one could deny. The viral tweet, we owned it. It became part of our pitch. "We believe in brave voices," we wrote on our site, even the ones that get you fired. People noticed. We got our first major campaign last month. And it wasn't for toothpaste. Jordan and I, we're something real now. Not undefined, not secret. He still gets nervous before pitches, and I still hog the covers. But we talk. We apologize. We grow. I never thought my lowest moment would become the foundation of something beautiful. But here I am, co-founder, creative lead, and deeply, unapologetically myself. So yeah, 280 characters ruined everything, but maybe it also saved me.